Hi, I'm Mike. Today we take a look at bottle calves, now that we have a couple. Erin's going to come out and help us feed them, and then we're going to talk about what it takes to keep one, how much it costs, and why you'd even bother on our Wyoming Life. Welcome back to our Wyoming Life, and thanks for joining us once again. Please subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified when new videos come out, and of course, come along with us as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Ordinary calving would be calves out there with their moms, and they take care of them. After all, they are their calves. But sometimes we end up with a situation where, well, you remember that old saying, it takes a village? Well, that's an old African proverb, and it means that it takes an entire community of people to interact with children to experience and grow up in a safe and healthy environment. Some people think it means that you should be able to smack other people's kids in the grocery store, and all that's going to do is get you arrested, or at the very least smacked around by some dad that's a lot bigger than you. So here on the ranch, it does take a village. All the cows are ultimately responsible for their calf. And that's their first priority. And it's pretty apparent when you go to tag a calf, when her mom isn't around, there might be other cows around, but they aren't coming to rescue that calf. They're off to find their own while you tag this one. That's the individualistic thought process of the cow, but at the same time, they will protect the herd, bunching up, chasing off wildlife, and even babysitting for each other while moms go off to eat. Inevitably, which is fun to say and should be used more often, we end up taking care of someone else's calf. It can be due to a mom having twins. While some breeds can manage twins and produce enough milk for them, Angus cows, well, they've just had that ability bred out of them. And Angus with twins not only gives us a bonus calf, but it often gives us a bunch of work. Orphan calves also happen. Moms can die. They can be too sick to take care of their calf, or the calf itself can be abandoned by their mom. Sometimes moms know that a calf is too sick to make it. Then he or she becomes our problem. No matter how calves end up in the barn and under our wing, we have to deal with them. And right now, it's feeding time. We have two young calves, both about 2 weeks old, waiting for breakfast. Erin is on her way out, and she's going to give us a hand. Once she gets here, we can get to work. Until then, we get to relax.
You like chilling on the job here?
Breakfast consists of powdered milk. This is called milk replacer. We buy it in 50-pound bags, and each bag will last one calf about 20 to 25 days. Each bag costs about $80. So over the time that we'll be feeding calves milk, we spend anywhere from $350 to $400 per calf in milk replacer alone. I know somebody's going to say that we need a milk cow. And yes, that is in the works. But we're waiting until Erin has a way to process milks and cheeses for the rest of the time that we have the cow here on the ranch. But it is coming, rest assured. We use a blender to help mix the components of the milk replacer, which gives these calves all the nutrients that they would get from their mom. Each bottle of milk is 2 quarts and a half a gallon. And each calf this morning will drink about 2 bottles apiece, filling their bellies with a gallon for breakfast. Then it's off to the barn, where our bottle calves, Jelly Bean and Rudolph, await, and where feeding can be a bit of a wrestling match.
Oh, look at all that slobber. No.
Yeah, that's the right end.
she's got
What are you doing over there?
She's got it paper locked. Come here.
With one bottle down and in each calf, then we can divide and conquer. Now one of us has to go make 2 more bottles.
Okay.
The other one, whoever decides to stay back, is on cleanup duty.
Yeah, that's you.
That's me?
Yeah.
You're gonna go make bottles?
Oh, look at my fan.
Are you trying to escape? Keeping the calves' living area clean is essential. Multiple times per day, we'll check and scoop up any calf presents left for us, as well as check the calves for any signs of scours or diarrhea, which can be a side effect of living in a dirty or enclosed area. But in reality, you can have the cleanest barn in the world, and all it takes is one calf to lay down in some poo, and you might have an infection to deal with. So while keeping a clean barn is a very good practice, it doesn't mean that you can avoid all sickness or illness in your calves. You still have to keep a close eye on them. They're young, and their immune system is already compromised from being taken away from their mom. So cut them some slack and make them wash their hooves occasionally. Just because they drink bottles doesn't mean they don't want something else to drink too. And keeping fresh water out for them is a grand idea. Dumping it and cleaning it daily. I'm also going to run and grab one more thing before Erin gets back in here with the next round of bottles. These calves are born only a few days apart, but with Rudolph being a twin calf, you can really see the size difference between the two. But this doesn't mean much. As they grow, they'll hopefully catch up with the other calves out in the field.
I'm back, I got bottles. Where the heck are you? I need help.
While I was out, I grabbed a bag of Creep. This is a calf supplement, basically a food that we want these calves to start eating. Being only a few weeks old, I don't expect them to get right into it, but I do want them to have access to it. A calf out in the field will begin eating grass only a few weeks after being born, so adding a bit to these two's diets, well, it won't hurt them at all. And they won't be weaned from milk until they're eating almost totally on their own. And that won't be for quite a while. Outside, winter isn't over yet, and neither is calving. As our day continues, we look out for more calves. We tag them, and we send them off with their moms. And we keep checking our calves, who rely on us for everything. And I'm sure are glad to be inside and out of winter's return. Total cost of keeping a bottle calf can vary, but if you buy a bottle calf, they can cost you anywhere from $250 to $450, depending on the market. Vaccines, you can figure in another $50, and milk replacer, maybe another $350. At low end, at this point, you already have $650 into a calf, which at market weight may be only worth about $800 to $1,000. Figure in your time, additional feed and hay, and it's all up to you if it's worth it. Of course, if you have a milk cow, that can make a huge difference. And we aren't paying for our cows, but we do have the cost of keeping mom around to have them for us. Bottle cows somehow have to make themselves worthwhile. For some, it's just the joy of having a calf to take care of. Others may keep her to replace another cow out in the herd, and some may keep him back to fatten for butcher. In the end, we all have a job to do, and I have to get back to mine. Thanks again for coming out. If you happen to be in Indiana on Saturday, May 11th and would like to come hang out with me for a little bit, shoot me an email. I'll be in Vincennes, Indiana for an FFA banquet. That's about halfway in between Evansville and Terre Haute. If you'd like to stop by, say hi, send me an email at mail@ourwylife.com, and I'll get you the info about where I'll be and where we'll be meeting with subscribers. I'm out to fight winter once again. Luckily, this is a quick passing storm, and we'll be gone relatively soon. Until I see you again, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.